咱继续闲唠嗑啊，那上一个视频唠了30分钟。
Let's keep casually chatting. In the last video, I chatted for 30 minutes. Still didn't get it out of my system, so let's continue talking about some life insights. Let's talk about making money. Hey, my inspiration just hit buy to doubly in Mostak. When inspiration bursts, I really want to speak. Let's talk about making money. I feel that my life, as in these past 2 years, with the little bit of money I earned in my career, oh really, you feel life just gets better. By the end of 24 and the beginning of 25, I achieved fruit freedom and supermarket freedom. Before that, I hadn't achieved it. I still had a mortgage. As I paid off that mortgage last year, I achieved these. Supermarket freedom. If I want to eat fruit, the pricier ones, the better ones, I can choose freely, right? Including back when the child and I were coming from tougher times. At that time, maybe when it came to enrolling the kid in some tutoring class, all this I was reluctant about, right? Life was tough with the mortgage and everything. Back then, I would often argue with the kid's dad over tiny amounts of money, like this banana, and to this gin of bananas is 0.5 yuan more expensive, 0.5 yuan cheaper, we could fight over that. Now, at least I rarely have conflicts with anyone because of money. Honestly, I feel money is really useful. Me, a relationship blogger, talking about money, I just feel money really can solve very, very many problems in life. But there's a premise here. What is it? It's that you yourself have the ability to make money. This money is earned by your own hands. So actually, I very much encourage women to go all out and make money, with the premise that you're cut out for making money. I've said many times that a lot of women, if when you go to work, do one of those 5 days a week, 8 hours a day jobs, and you already feel exhausted, I just want to lie at home. I can't do anything anymore. People like that are suited for focusing on marriage and relationships, not suited for going after the money. But I'm different. I'm a woman full of energy. Right now, it's almost 2 a.m., and I can still chat with you full of energy. I just feel I have so many ideas. I can't sleep if I hold back what I want to say. Even if you ask me to sleep now, I can't. I feel my energy is extremely abundant. My voice is strong. My blood and chi are especially vigorous. That kind of feeling. A woman like me is particularly suited for making money. For men and women who want to make money, the premise is good health, abundant energy. Why do I say you must be able to earn money yourself? Because only when you can earn money and have the ability to earn. Do you have confidence? Let me think. 2 days ago, I received a consultation from a male client. What exactly he consulted about, I've already forgotten. I only remember that his old man secretly pulled him back home and said, "Half this building belongs to our family. I've transferred 2 million into your account." Then instantly his confidence surged, but he didn't dare spend it. His dad wouldn't even let him buy a car. Even a car costing a bit over 100,000, he wasn't allowed to buy it. That's what stuck with me. I felt that he seemed to have money, seemed to be a rich second generation, but he had no control, no decision-making power. I think that's rather sad. On the surface, there's money, but no ability to allocate it. Why do many women have no sense of security? It's like, in this society, there's the narrative that women shouldn't be full-time housewives, and all sorts of other talk. So many women often use sense of security as a reason played to ask men for the salary card, to control the finances, and so on. That's because many women, first, do not have the ability to earn, or they don't earn much, compared to their husbands. Second, they often have a mindset of the weaker party. Because I am a woman, I should this and that, and therefore cannot control their own lives. So I say, once a person has the ability to earn money, the money may disappear, but the ability will not disappear. The simplest example is Xiaomin. Maybe this Douyin platform. The platform shuts down, and I can't make money. My income stops abruptly. Will I be unable to earn? Because I have a lot of old clients in WeChat, they will come back to repurchase. They think Xiaomin does things well, and will look for me again. Maybe I won't earn as much, but I can still live a decent life. That's the first point. Secondly, if there's no Douyin, There might be a Douyin alt account or other various platforms. My ability to earn, my ability to express myself, my understanding and knowledge are there. I can continue to earn on new platforms. So you see, money isn't the most important thing. The ability to earn is the most important. Of course, maybe Xiaomin also benefited from the dividends of the internet era, living off this bowl of rice, thanks to the development of the times. But not everyone has this ability, right? Especially what's in your head, your cognition. Understanding these things is something others can't take away. So I truly hope everyone has at least one skill that is stronger than the average person, because money really can solve many problems in life. At this point, just like when I discuss relationship issues, many people say, isn't this just a transaction? All about money. The essence of marriage. Money is the foundation. The essence of marriage is not primarily about feelings. The essence of marriage, first, is the economy. Economy must come first. If someone tells you, marriage isn't about the economy, they definitely haven't suffered much and haven't experienced real hardship. Economy is first. Like I said, in the past we would argue about buying fruit, argue about where to eat if it was pricey, argue about buying clothes that were expensive, argue about the kids' tutoring class, argue when the kids' grades were poor. If the grades aren't too bad, you can always make up with tutoring, right? Whatever you want to eat, eat it. Wherever you want to go play, go. If you want to stay in a luxury hotel, stay. If you want to eat at a better restaurant, go. All can be resolved. Of course, I don't mean extreme extravagance. Sister Min's spending power also hasn't reached the level of buy whatever without blinking. As I said, I've initially achieved supermarket freedom and fruit freedom and clothes buying freedom. Of course, I don't buy particularly big name or especially luxury items, aside from occasionally buying a necklace, a small handbag, that kind of thing, not very often. So there's no longer worry caused by money. But my mom, this really annoys me. She always has this vibe. Now you've got money, you think you're something. That kind of feeling. You think you can ignore family affection. I ignore her when she says that it's useless. She doesn't understand. She's lived her whole life in that realm of family ties. Or she likes to use moral blackmail like, you don't understand, your generation has no family affection. You're too cold-blooded, too realistic. If I weren't cold-blooded and realistic, if I didn't work so bitterly and hard, I'd have no way of living the life I do now. Sometimes this leads to another topic. When people have money, they need to leave their original circle. Really don't. Hang around with former poor relatives and poor friends. First, brothers, both fear you suffer and also fear you drive a Land Rover. They'll be jealous. No one truly hopes you live well. Some parents don't even genuinely hope for your success. Why? Because when your wings harden, you stop listening to them. You leave their control. Some parents are like this. Not all parents are good parents. Second, your cognition levels are no longer the same. What you consider and think about is different. For example, because of work, I'm busy. I can't hang out with my former friends. They'll feel, now that you have money, you think you're great. You won't hang with us. Oh my goodness. I barely have time for my kid. How can I have time to hang out with you? I need to build my career. I don't have that much leisure time. My time is really valuable now. 600 yuan an hour. Haha. That's how at Island. And our cognition is not on the same level anymore. Many things truly cannot connect. It just doesn't work. So many people think, oh, you have money now. You think you're so great. You don't hang with me. It's not true. I'm truly busy. What would I chat with you about? Chat about grocery prices going up? The things we chat about are different now. We're branded white-eyed wolves, people who think we're great because we have money. We just can't find common ground. Truly can't. Different circles, different focus. No time to discuss those trivial family matters. Likewise, after having money, I no longer worry about those petty domestic things. Of course, with money you must learn how to spend. In my emotional counseling work, I discovered many people Though their income is high, their quality of life hasn't improved. When they earned $10,000 a month, they spent $3,000. When they earn $20,000 or $50,000, they might spend $5,000. It improved, but only a little. I've met many such people, especially those like me from rural backgrounds, who had tough upbringings. When they start earning more, they still just let it sit in the bank, reluctant to spend, afraid one day they won't earn any more, or whatever. Still the same sentence. Money will disappear, but ability won't. Except for those who make fast money, that's different. I believe that after earning, you must improve your standard of living. Otherwise, it's just a number. I'm not urging everyone to spend money. I myself am relatively frugal. Relative to my income, my consumption level is quite low. I'm a frugal person. I'm not someone who spends recklessly, and I save money very fast. No one around me saves faster than I do, not because I earn more than them. Even when I didn't earn more, I spend what should be spent and don't spend what shouldn't be spent. That's the kind of person I am. But some people go too far, earning $100,000 a month, but only spending $5,000. What's the point? Many men think, if I have money, what kind of woman couldn't I find? If you have money but won't spend it, you actually won't find one. Why? Because you've become a slave to money. You haven't used money to improve your quality of life. You haven't allowed your father and mother, the people around you, to enjoy the better quality and life your earnings can bring. No, you're still just thinking about save, save, save. In the early stage, accumulation is necessary. Years ago, I also lived penny pinching. But once reaching a certain financial level, I think you need to consume. So these past 2 years, I've been forcing myself to consume a Tade and Tom. Spend what should be spent. Otherwise, what's the point of earning if you don't enjoy it? Who knows what happens tomorrow? Enjoy one day at a time. If you run out of money, earn more. My ability isn't going to disappear. Again, money will disappear. The ability to earn won't. So here, I actually want to persuade many big brothers, especially men. Women often are good at spending, but many men, after earning, spend appropriately. Let money improve your quality of life. Enjoy it, especially those who want to find a partner. Make your life look like it has quality, a higher standard, so you can attract some relatively prettier women, because pretty women want to live a high-quality life. She doesn't want to see you obviously earning $1 million a year, but your living standard looks the same as someone who earns 100, 200 kelvins. Then she might as well find the 100, 200 kelvins one. She'd feel more balanced. Less money means she'll spend less, but you have so much and still won't spend on her. That makes a woman feel you don't love her. When I try to explain this to many men, I can't get through. Many think, if a woman is attracted by my money, she'll leave me when I don't have money. Isn't that very normal? Isn't that normal? Can we act in accordance with human nature? Not just the woman who comes to you for money. Even your parents, if you have no money and no ability, they might scold you. A woman leaving because you have no money, isn't that normal? Some sons even despise their fathers for being incapable. So why do you want someone who transcends normal human nature? Who wants nothing, yet comes to love you? Why? Are you super handsome or what? I think women loving money. This thing doesn't depend on gender. Men and women both love money. Who doesn't want a better life? Sometimes I ask many men to show if their family has good financial conditions, to show a bit. Many say, won't that attract gold diggers? Yes, it will. But do good women not want a good life? Who's going to dislike a better life? Those who are well matched with you, don't they also want someone with slightly better conditions? They do. Everyone wants a better life. People want to live easier, better. What's wrong with that? Nothing. So you won't just attract gold diggers, you'll also attract normal people. Because everyone wants life to be a bit easier. Everyone wants someone with more money. Men and women alike. Normal people want that too. Not only the so-called gold diggers. So many people can't find a partner because their family is quite well off. They have 100 yuan but only show 50, show 30, yet their requirements secretly are at the 100 level, right? so they can't find a match. Originally, I was chatting about making money. How did I end up on mate selection again? No wonder I'm a relationship blogger. Back to this. Regardless of gender, work hard to make money. Women making money doesn't hinder finding a partner. It truly doesn't. If you have money, you won't lack men, because men like money. Men may not like you, but men like money. Men like that drive you have to earn. But still, go according to your physical condition. Some people aren't suited for chasing money. Then just focus on finding a man early while you're young and pretty. But men and women both should make money. However, making money, again, doesn't mean earning $3,000, $5,000 a month at a job. That's not chasing money. That's just working ordinary labor. Chasing money is quite tiring, very tiring. You have to put in more than the average person. We're talking about a career where maybe you earn comparatively more, at least over $200,000 a year, right? Only then can it barely be called a career. If you can't earn $200,000 a year, then it's just ordinary labor working folk. Of course, those extremely small cities are exceptions. But I'm saying, if you can't earn $20,000 a month in a year, and you say, I want to build a career, can I just not get married and still live well? What are you thinking? Again, if you have money and use it to raise your quality of life, on that path you won't lack men, and you won't lack women. But many people like to deny other people's money, or deny their own money. Like I said, refusing to show their wealth, or refusing to improve their living standards, clutching that number, the number in the bank card, as if it gives them security, like a pixie that only takes in and never lets out. That definitely won't work. So, everyone should actively work hard on your career. Anytime, anywhere, men and women, while you're young and can fight, earn more, make more, save more. When it's time to save, save it. As your confidence, your initial accumulation. When it's time to spend, spend it. To raise your quality of life, and the quality of life of those you love. This topic has gotten big. I'm not particularly professional about it. I'm just rambling wherever the thoughts go, haha. I don't even know what nonsense I've said now, or how I got here. Anyway, in short, I hope everyone can be the master of money, and don't give up on making money, at any time, old or young. As long as you have the ability, seriously work on making money, regardless of gender. Bye-bye, because truly, money can solve very many problems in life. Before we dive into all of this, let us know in the comments where you're watching this video from. Connecting with viewers across the world is a huge source of inspiration for us.
再过2个月啊，我就35岁了。
In just 2 more months, I'll be 35 years old. Still not married. Nah, boyfriend. Even those born after 2000 are already getting married. For someone like me, a post-negative 90 seconds old auntie, how could any normal person possibly choose me? I really feel like life has been such a failure. I don't have a backer, no safe harbor, and no spiritual support. No one to listen to my bad moods, even no one standing by my side to hear me talk, and even less someone to stand up for me. Turns out I have nothing at all.
男士们记住了，找老婆一定要看一点，爱不爱。
Boys, remember this. When you're looking for a wife, there's one thing you must check, whether or not she loves cleanliness. You might think looks and personality are the most important. But let me tell you, a woman who doesn't like cleaning will drive you absolutely crazy. First, look at her room. If in her house, socks are thrown everywhere, cosmetics pile up all over the table, and takeout boxes sit there for 3 days without being thrown away, don't hesitate, run fast. A woman like this? If you marry her, your home will turn into a garbage dump. Second, observe the details. A woman who truly loves cleanliness will have her clothes folded neatly and tidily, the kitchen and stovetop wiped sparkling clean, and the bathroom without a trace of odor. If she's messy before marriage, she'll be even worse after marriage. If she tells you, I'll change later, only a fool would believe it. Finally, I'll leave you with one saying. If your wife loves cleanliness, life will go smoothly. A lazy woman ruins 3 generations. A diligent woman prospers the whole family.
你觉得结婚有什么好处？
一个人在一个城市，毕竟身
What do
边
you
朋
think are
友
the
他做不
benefits
到
of
跟
marriage? When you're alone in a city, after all, friends around you cannot be as close to you as you want, cannot always accompany you. But if you find another half, it was that person can be with you at all times. Then the two of you can share many things with each other. The feeling of companionship is much better. A lot of people say, long live being single, don't get married. What do you think? Actually, I feel that most of the time it's because they haven't met the right person. So they choose to stay single. Do you think cohabitation before marriage is necessary? Yes, it is necessary. I think many problems can be discovered this way. A lot of men and women are like this. They package themselves a little. But if you live together long enough, their true selves are revealed. Marriage is still a rather sacred thing. Since we are entering marriage, we want the marriage afterward to be without regret. So it is necessary to live together beforehand to better understand each other. Looks are a bonus, but the basics cannot be weak. I cannot accept marrying down. Then, please briefly introduce yourself. I was born in 1988, a graduate student from a key university, working in a provincial-level public institution. My annual salary is just over 100,000 yuan, but I also own a house in Wuhan. So, what kind of person are you looking for? Just someone born between 1986 and 1990, with an annual salary of 300,000 yuan, unmarried. He must, like me, be at least a graduate student from a key university. In Wuhan's central urban district, he must have a house and a car. His parents must both be in Wuhan and have pensions. Also, he must know how to do housework and be willing to take on the housework, able to devote most of his time to family. Of course, most importantly, it still depends on looks. Can you be more specific about looks? He has to be handsome, at least 180 centimeters tall. But aren't your requirements a bit too high? Can you accept if the looks are there, but the hardware is slightly weaker? No, that won't do. Looks are a bonus, but the basics cannot be weak. Look at me. Now my conditions are right here. I can't be looking for someone lower. If his job is unstable, his parents have no financial security. After marriage, just the pressure of daily life will already be exhausting. Where would there be any quality of life to speak of? The key problem is men who meet your requirements all tend to prefer younger girls. What's wrong with my age? For quality women, there's no such thing as age anxiety. I have a government post, a house, stable income. Looking for a man with the same basic conditions is equal exchange, not reaching above my level. Do you think your basic conditions are flawless? Your job may be stable, but with an annual salary of just over 100,000? After paying your mortgage, how much is left? Your parents are from the countryside. They pay into the new rural cooperative medical scheme. Compared to the men you demand, parents in Wuhan with jobs and pensions, the gap is huge. And at your age, having children carries great risks. If you look at men's basic conditions, costs, want, harned, they will also look at yours. If you can't recognize reality, then no matter how good the cards in your hand are, no one will sit down at your table. Think about it.
你真的知道自己在别人眼里是多大年纪吗？
Do you really know how old you appear in other people's eyes? Babies, today let's talk about a particularly interesting topic. Most people have no idea how old they really look to others. Surprising, isn't it? Many people still feel inside themselves that they are full of vitality, still that energetic young person. So people always have this illusion that time hasn't left many traces on them. No matter what they do, they feel good about themselves, as if youth is everlasting. But is the reality really like that? I'm especially curious. In the comment section, those born in the 80 seconds and 90 seconds, do you dare to openly post a photo of yourself? Let everyone have a good look. Do you still count as young? It means that you may think you are still invincible in youth, but in others' eyes, already, there is a different kind of state revealed. Some people might be surprised to discover, oh, I'm actually older, but I still look very young. But some others will discover, oh, it seems I look slightly older than my actual age. Now it's not okay if she's older, it's not okay. If she's married before, it's not okay. So, what exactly are you looking for? Just how outrageous can relatives get when introducing partners? There was a guy who messaged me privately asking for help. He really couldn't take it anymore. His cousin kept introducing him to people, and he asked me what to do. This man is 32 years old, 178 centimeters tall, earns around 200,000 yuan a year. Last year, he just bought a house in Suzhou, though with a mortgage. Actually, his overall conditions are pretty decent. But his cousin kept introducing him to matches that were completely mismatched. First, she introduced him to a 37-year-old woman. The man told his cousin flat out, "I really cannot accept an older woman, younger man relationship." Then today, she introduced him to a woman who was only 144 centimeters tall. After that, she introduced him to a 30-year-old woman, again, older. And the guy said, "I'm really not that picky. I just want to find someone about my age, taller than 1.8 meters, someone I can talk with, that's all." But his cousin keeps introducing these people to him, not once, not twice, but over and over again. He told her, "Please, stop introducing people to me." But she wouldn't stop, and she scolded him instead. If she's short, it's no good. If she's older, it's no good. If she's divorced, it's no good. Why are you being so picky?
今天有个女生问我说：“赵姐，女生跟男生
Today, a girl asked me, "Zhaoji, if a girl sleeps with a guy, does that put the girl in a lower position? If having sex means there's suddenly a change in power dynamics, that only proves one thing. Whether or not you have sex, the difference in status between the two of you was already very large. Between people, status is determined by value, not by whether or not you've had sex." Video. If you're still watching, comment 1 so I know you're still with me.
36岁还没嫁出去，真的不是因为我的眼光高。
Being 36 and still unmarried is really not because my standards are too high. In today's society, apart from your parents, relationships between people to require an exchange of benefits and value. As for emotional value, I am very stable. If emotions are unstable, when others provide emotional value, it feels like a spring breeze. When I provide emotional value, it's like a tornado passing through. I have the courage to risk everything, and I also have the calmness to stop losses in time. But everything I do has a reason and a consequence. Clear as day, I act openly and straightforwardly. I've always had the confidence to turn and walk away at any time. So when it comes to emotional value, I can only provide emotions. As for economic value, first of all, I will not do poverty relief. At my age, I'm not going to lift you up to pursue your youthful ambitions anymore. If you need something, the only place I can lift you to is the hospital. Do you need urology? Or do you need the spinal disc clinic? I despise men who cry poor. Men crying poor doesn't stir up any saintly sympathy in me. It only makes me feel he is pathetic, incompetent, and an instant turnoff. As for reproductive value, I have always believed that childbirth is a woman's right, not her obligation. If I cannot ensure giving a child enough education, companionship, and support, then not having children is the greatest respect I can give to life. Not getting married won't kill me. Marrying recklessly is what's fatal. I am my own support and my own confidence. Being able to take responsibility for all my own actions, that is enough. The word value is itself a label placed by others. I do not need anyone to define whether I am depreciated or not, because I never intended to go public in the first place.
你喜欢什么样的男生啊？
我喜欢一个月能给我10几万的。
What kind of boys do you like? I like the kind who can give me over 100,000 yuan a month. And 1 month after another, always over 100,000, isn't that a lot? Then what kind of man could marry you? Well, at least he has to make several 100,000 yuan a month, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be enough for my expenses. So, if he marries you, would he need to have a car and a house? Of course. And where would the house have to be? Well, somewhere near Sanlitun, because I need to go shopping for clothes often. Oh, come on, forget Sanlitun. Some folks back in their own little village can't even manage to spend 10 yuan a day. And you want to live in Sanlitun? As for specifically getting over 100,000 a day, let me ask you, is that play money tokens or what? Grinning wide, leaving tire marks all over the place. Look at this golden idol, already starting to make demands. Better not stay in that Beijing place. You won't survive it. Go back to the village, grow some corn, plant some soybeans. It'll come quicker than this nonsense. Dear viewers, the story we just saw is not only a humorous dialogue, but also a reflection of a serious reality in today's Chinese society. According to official statistics, in 2024, the number of marriages in China dropped to just 6.1 million couples, the lowest in 45 years. The fertility rate also fell below 1.0, ranking among the lowest in the world. This shows that many young people are chasing material things and unrealistic dreams, while forgetting the true core values of marriage and family. We need to recognize that today's China focus should not revolve only around luxury houses, fancy cars, or spending money, but also around connection, sharing, and responsibility within every household. By returning to traditional values, respect for elders, unity between husband and wife, and parents raising children with care, society can truly be sustainable. And this is exactly the message of China focus that we want to deliver to you. 2A. In marriage today, do you think money is more important, or are love and responsibility the deciding factors? Leave your comments below to join the debate. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.